do you need to do when you're trying to get pregnant? What should you eat? What should you do, especially when it comes to exercise and nutrition? That is our topic for today. Welcome to today's Parent. I'm your host, Christine Gasina, and today I have the pleasure of hosting Faith Kamiri, certified nutritionist and health coach, founder of Wellness in Full. Our conversation will be around what to do when you want to get pregnant in relation to what you need to eat and matters exercise. Faith, welcome to today's Parent.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
No, it's wonderful to have you because I know this is a conversation we need to have.
We do, yeah.
Because, when you're thinking about becoming pregnant, do you ever think about what we need to eat? Or we just eat?
So a lot of people will think that now is the season to eat for two, right? That is the mentality that was there for a long time. We have our aunties, our grandmas who want us. It comes from a good place. They want you to be healthy. But eating for two was a bit of a misconception. We didn't necessarily think about what are we eating for two. We were just eating for two. And then we ended up with situations where either there's complications in pregnancy or the usual problem of the baby has come. But these kilos that were supposed to live with the baby are here.
You're stuck with them.
Yeah. The baby is 3 kilos and, I still have another 12.
But now that Faith,
Yeah.
we are talking about what to do when you're trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever thinking like that.
So I'll tell you, it's so interesting. We didn't know that what we do before can impact our baby and even after. So an interesting fact is there's research that shows what you eat, how you are before pregnancy will affect the health of your baby. So during conception and pregnancy, but even after. So your baby's health, your child, even as they grow into an adult, and it can affect even their child and their child's child. So it goes into 3 generations. So if you're eating amazingly, you could impact them positively for 3 generations. If you're not caring about your health in general, it could impact them negatively down to 2 generations
and
after
you know
that.
how amazing that is because even your palate, what you eat before, sometimes you find that what you like to eat is what your child also likes to eat.
Exactly.
How strange is that?
Exactly. And so that's what we are eating, what we are thinking, just how we are in terms of health and wellness impacts them. Yeah.
So what should we be eating when we are thinking about getting pregnant? Because now we are moving to a point where we don't think about what we're eating during pregnancy.
Yeah.
Before, what should we be thinking about and eating?
So what you want to think about is having as clean a diet as possible. So what I say, it's in 2 ways. It's never too early to start and it's never too late. Some people will be like, me, I've been doing nothing, story quisha. No, we're saying it's never too early. So even though you're like, I'm not yet sure when babies are in the picture, we are only just married, it doesn't matter. Clean up your diet because anyway, it's good for you.
I like clean up your diet.
Yeah, and when that decision comes later, whether it's in 3, 4, 5 years, you're already in a good space.
And your body will be ready.
Your body's ready. So you've equipped it. You're building up your nutrients, your vitamins. You don't want to be deficient by the time you're trying to get pregnant.
That's a good point.
Also, it improves your chances. You want to help your fertility. You don't want to be questioning yourself for, are we struggling because of, do everything you can do. So as early as you can, but if you feel like you've not been doing the right thing and already you're thinking of a baby, it's never too late. So start eliminating your junk foods.
Junk foods?
Yes.
Junk foods?
Yes. Which are around every corner. Start cutting down, So just start finding ways. If you are a pizza person today, then chips tomorrow, then ice cream the next day, then maybe be like, let's just
pizza tomorrow, kienyeji vegetables,
exactly. Build on it. So we're not saying now you have to be
cut it
drastic.
Off completely.
It becomes too restrictive for some people and then they struggle. But when we say let's find ways to build in habits that you can live with every day, then you'll find that by the end of the year, if you started with 1 habit a month, by the end of the year you have 10 new health habits.
Which is a good thing.
That's an amazing thing.
Which is a good thing.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I think we should have started our conversation with how nutrition is important when you are trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it could stop you actually from getting pregnant. Say if
you
are morbidly obese, is that a possibility?
It's a huge possibility because now what's happening is by the time you're, and even like let's say saying morbidly obese, it's kind of an easy example because we can see, we can visually see. We've talked about there are people who visually they look okay, they're not that fat, they're the ones who can get out, they feel they can get away with it. I don't have to exercise, I can eat cake every day and somehow I stay the same, right? But inside, if we did your blood work, if we looked at your numbers, we don't know. You could be deficient in iron and vitamin D. These are very common deficiencies I'm naming. Magnesium, zinc. So you don't really know, because on the outside you look great and the world looks at you visually from the outside.
Yeah.
So the world praises you because you look okay.
Yes.
Then when you get into that space for now, it's time to have a baby. Month 1, month 2, month 6, year 1.
Becomes a struggle.
Then it becomes a struggle. And so then how do you know that if you had done something different, if you had laid a stronger foundation, if we made sure there were no deficiencies, if we made sure that your body was healthy and strong in an optimal space, how does that impact your fertility? Maybe the story would be different, So it's just doing everything that's within your power.
Right now.
Let's keep it clean. Let's remove the things which would make you struggle. And that's why I'm talking about sort of like the junk food.
So we started with junk food.
So
minimize on the junk food.
Minimize on junk food. Minimize on sugar, right?
Man, I love sugar.
And I'm telling you.
I really love sugar.
Now, even the people who think they don't like sugar don't realize how it's hidden in so many things. So maybe you don't like sugar, but you like your ketchup. Or maybe you like your barbecue sauce. That's sugar. Or maybe you like pastries or white flour products.
So sugar is hidden there.
White flour is metabolized directly as sugar in your body.
That's true.
So
that's true.
You're like, well, I don't really put sugar in my tea, but you're eating white bread for breakfast every morning. So that's sugar in your system. So all those things are creating an environment that make it difficult for fertility to happen.
What does sugar do to the body?
So there's two things. Sugar creates what we call like inflammation. It's a response in the body to what it thinks are bad outside invaders. Let's go and attack because something is happening to us that we don't like, and that response, we call it inflammation. So sugar triggers that response. Sugar spikes our insulin, right? And that's why if your insulin is always spiked, you get into a situation we call insulin resistance, which is the road to diabetes.
Okay.
But what people don't know also is that sugar damages your nerve cells, like actually damages. Yes, damages. So even I say your baby, whether they're inside the womb or outside the womb, already born, if you're eating too much sugar or feeding them too much sugar, you're impacting their brain health negatively. Because your cells are being damaged. So if their IQ was going to be 120, they would have been quite a clever child. Maybe now you've taken away 5 points because you've damaged some cells. And this is scientific, it's not now Dr. Google or it actually damages your nerve cells.
So this is a good time for me to stop sugar, or is it too late?
It's never too late.
I feel my kids are pretty smart, so they would have been genius by now.
They still can be. Just reduce it. Tell them to go somewhere. But anyway, so that's the thing.
Okay.
You want to do everything you can to just improve overall health. Yeah.
So junk food, alcohol.
Yes, we go.
Junk food,
sugar,
no, alcohol. Okay, so let's talk about that nice glass of wine after a long day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking about getting pregnant 2 years from now.
Yeah.
But right about now, I need this one glass of wine.
Right. So if you're being balanced, right, then we don't have any problem.
So 1 or 2 not bad.
You're 1 or 2. It's occasional. You're not like drinking every day.
Occasional drinking.
Yeah, right. So, and many times what we call occasional drinking, it tends to be a social event. We've gone out for dinner, or you've met your friends after work, or that sort of thing. But now if you're crossing the line and it's like, we start on Thursday after work and until Sunday, and today I had almost a whole bottle, then tomorrow I moved into, spirits and this and so everyone's different in terms of how well you'll metabolize your alcohol and stuff. But we all kind of know when we've gone
overboard.
We all know when we've gone overboard. Every person will know. And then women don't metabolize as fast or as well as men. So if you're pacing with your husband or with the, I'm as good as the guys in the group, chances are you've gone overboard. And alcohol is like a toxin in our body at the end of the day. So, sometimes we want to be like, remember red wine, they've told us that it can be healthy.
Especially when you take it with meat.
Yeah,
And then white wine with chicken.
Exactly. But most of the times it's a toxin in our body.
Okay.
So if you're thinking that somewhere down the line, I would like to try and have a baby, or my second or my third baby, whatever, then you want to start thinking backwards and thinking it might be a good time to cut down on my alcohol consumption if that's something you do often, or if you have a lot in. You don't want to binge in one, like, oh, I didn't drink this month, so today I'm drinking all my 2 glasses for the days You don't want to binge. Yeah.
How about Faith? I'm struggling with sugar. I know there's somebody who's watching who's struggling with caffeine, and we take it for granted that, every time we wake up, the one thing we do after all the things we do in the morning, then we take our cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Can it stop us from getting pregnant?
So I don't want to use extreme words like stop but again, caffeine, like alcohol, is you want moderation.
Really?
Yeah. So when you're trying to get pregnant, so we don't have to say no caffeine, So let's say for a lady, if you're having your 1 cup, you're within reasonable bounds. Right. Some people will even say that there are some benefits to caffeine, but you don't want to go overboard again. So, and this is for anyone in any space. You don't want to go overboard with your caffeine as well, because it starts impacting on your ability to sort of be calm, because it's a stimulant, your ability to sleep. You want to avoid caffeine in the afternoons, even from like 2 o'clock thereabouts. You don't want to have caffeine. You'll have your coffee. I used to say that I'm okay with coffee. I can have it at night and I'll sleep, no problem, which I would. But the research shows you think you're sleeping, but the quality of your sleep is affected. And you want to be well rested, again, because when you're sleeping, there's functions in your body that happen. If you're not sleeping well, they get interfered with, then that affects your wellness. You're in a good state for pre-pregnancy, so it all comes together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are these nutrients that we need? I know you've talked about magnesium, iron, the usual that we hear about. Is there a super nutrient that we need when we are trying to get pregnant that we don't know of?
Well, there's some we want to think about. So not one particular that I'll jump out at, but there's a couple we want to think about because of their role when the baby is developing, or even getting you into that sort of really good stage. Right. So iron is a big one, because once you get pregnant, your body's need for hemoglobin, so your blood, you need like almost 50% extra blood vessels just for everything that's happening. So a lot of people become anemic. There's a lot of iron deficiency in pregnancy. So you want to think about that. You want to think about folate. Right? So people know folic acid. Yes. Yeah, remember, you want to get pregnant, you get folic acid. Folate is the natural form. Folate is vitamin B9. So it's a B vitamin.
There's a difference.
Yeah, so folate is the natural form. Folic acid is the synthetic form of it. Yeah, the one we get in pills, or if a food is fortified, it'll be folic acid. Right. So folate is the natural form. Folate is also vitamin B9. Okay. So, it's your...
spinach?
Your green leafy vegetables.
All of them?
Yeah. Actually, let me tell you, in all these things I'm going to name, it's like all of them have an example of green leafy vegetables. And then you have, sort of like your beef, but you want it to be as organic as you can find it, or your chicken as organic as you can find it. So you have your folate. You have vitamin A, D, and K, K2. I'm saying them together because they work well together. So again, in there you have your green leafy vegetables. Vitamin D is like salmon. It's like healthy fish oils. And K2, again, green leafy vegetables. Right. Vitamin A also, there's liver and chicken, that sort of thing. Then there's a mineral called choline. Now this is one maybe a lot of people haven't had.
Choline, I've never heard of it.
It's important in brain health.
Spell?
choline. Choline.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a mineral, small element. Again, a lot of people do end up being deficient in it, especially if they're vegans, because you find it in eggs. So where it's found a lot of, so it's in eggs, and then again in your beef, liver, chicken, a bit of it in your cauliflowers and broccolis, but not that much. So it's something to be aware of and maybe speak to your doctor about, like, the multivitamin I find, can we make sure it has choline as well? That's really important for brain health. Okay. Then omega-3. A lot of people, I think, fish, your cod liver oil or your salmon or your sardines.
Cod liver oil.
Find a way.
I can't even remember. No.
Yeah.
Find an alternative.
So
what's the alternative, by the way?
For cod liver oil, cod the fish, because it's from cod the fish. I have never met
a Kenyan who's eaten cod. Have you ever?
I have eaten cod.
You are the first one. Like, hi, I like
because
cod.
it's not common. So for us, what do we have mostly? We have tilapia,
Tilapia,
and
Nile perch, our pond
perch.
fish.
Exactly. So, but I think I've seen 1 or 2 butcheries. So, if you wanted to look around, but otherwise cod liver oil or a good fish oil supplement.
Okay.
But again, brain health, we need that. So I've given so we said the vitamin A, D, K. We've talked about choline. We've talked about iron. So definitely the magnesiums and the zincs. But
the
yeah,
folates.
and folate.
Wonderful.
Folate, yeah.
So how about we take a short break and then we continue our conversation when we come back?
Absolutely.
All right. In our episode today, we are talking about what to eat and not what to eat, especially if you're working on getting pregnant. I know you've learned something so far. Taking a short break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to this episode of Today's Parent, where we are hosting Faith Kamiri, certified nutritionist and health coach, founder of Wellness in Full. Such a beautiful title.
Thank you.
I have a question from Esther.
Okay.
And Esther's question is, can lemon prevent me from getting pregnant?
No.
So it's an absolute no.
Yeah, well, there's so many myths out there of the things that there's probably a myth that says lemon can help you get pregnant. If we search anything on the internet, we'll find it.
So no.
No.
So the answer is no.
No.
All right. So we focused a lot on what to eat and not what to eat.
Yeah.
Me and you like to be active, and I know there are moms who are watching who like to be active.
Yeah.
And they're wondering if too much activity or little activity could affect their chances of getting pregnant. So let's talk about what activities to avoid when you're trying to get pregnant.
Okay, so here we are still trying. We're not even pregnant yet.
No, we are trying. We're still trying.
Any activity that you like, you should do, right? So there's nothing we'll say before a baby that's going to prevent you.
Stop your aerobics.
Yeah, no, actually, so if you're not already active, start building your activity, because the fitter you are before conception, the more ready your body is.
I like that.
You're putting yourself in a really good space. So don't hold back because you're trying to get pregnant or you think somewhere down the line. You hold back, actually, that works against you. So the more active you can be, don't be afraid of weights, don't be afraid of running, don't be afraid of what are the things people are afraid of. Don't be afraid of sports, team sports or anything.
Some of us are worse. There's a time I used to do boxing as well.
Don't be afraid of boxing, all right? You can do all of these things, whatever it is that you can do, that you can enjoy, experiment even with new forms of exercise, challenge yourself. A lot of people will discover that, yesterday at the gym, there was a girl who was like, she partnered with someone and ended up doing squats of almost 70 kgs, whereas before she would stop at 30. Hey, this is heavy, let me stop. Then she was with a partner who's like, no. And she surprised herself. Yeah, challenge yourself. You'll be amazed and surprised, and your body will be stronger and better for it. And you need a strong body for pregnancy.
And I love that you say that, because I found the more I worked out, it became easier. Even during labor and giving birth, it's
so
those
are your
easier.
body is stronger. You reduce your risk of complications. You reduce your chances of a C-section. So we're not saying these things would happen, but you're doing everything to reduce your chances. Back aches, legs swelling, those things that we struggle with. You're just reducing the impact of them.
Okay. Yeah. All right. As a nutritionist, what is considered to be a healthy body weight? I've never understood those things, by the way. Explain to me or to us. BMI. BMI is, I know it's body mass index,
there we go.
But how does it work?
So BMI was created many years ago as a way of trying to standardize a range for them to determine whether you're underweight or overweight. But when BMI was constructed, they used sort of like an average-sized white man, right? So there's a lot of populations that don't fit in that typical sort of range.
I like you already.
Yeah. So what happens is, for example, if you're an athlete, your BMI will probably show you that you're obese.
Because my bones are heavy.
Yeah, because you have a lot more muscle mass, you have a lot more. But anyway, it still works with the general idea of helping someone know what their range is. Okay. By the time you're an athlete, I think you're not that worried about your mindset is different, you know yourself well, you're eating clean, so that's okay. But just the general population, it's still a useful number to show someone you might be getting out of range because you're using your weight versus your height.
Right.
Yeah, so as a generalized idea, it helps you know. Then dig deeper. dig deeper. Is your fat percentage too high? Is your blood work okay? That sort of thing.
This makes me wonder, Faith.
Yeah.
Have you ever found, or any mom to be,
Yeah.
who comes to sit with you,
Yeah.
a certified nutritionist, to tell you, look, I want to be pregnant next year.
Yeah.
Tell me what to eat. Tell me not what to eat or to drink. Have you ever?
No, we're still getting there. A lot of people come after. You know what? Let me not say no completely. I do have people reaching out now, sort of to inquire or say, I'm trying to do this because I'm thinking of this, and so it is starting to happen slowly. The majority still come after or during. If they're not sure, not so happy with how things are going. But it's part of us. That's why we are here, right?
Yeah.
Sending the message and creating that awareness of, even before I should think about this. So slowly, I would say, I'm still trying to spread the message. Yeah.
And then I wonder, when they come to see you before,
Yeah.
what would you tell them?
So we look at where they are right now. So if they were already generally healthy, then we look at what's going on and what can we tweak. What do we need to clean up? Are you exercising enough or at all? Are you sleeping well? So we are also looking at sleep is a crucial one. Sleep, stress, are you managing your stress well? So that's why I'm wellness in full. Let's look at all the things which create that environment for wellness to get into a really positive space. Because even when we're talking about struggling to have children, stress is a major factor.
It is.
People with busy jobs and all that stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, when you guys tell us,
Yeah.
avoid stress, rest a lot, and relax,
Yeah.
do you have any idea what my CV is like as a mother?
So that's the conversation
Or as a woman as well?
Actually,
relax. What does
working
that even mean?
full time.
Maybe I'm trying to get pregnant with my second one.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of second, even third ones.
I'm managing a home.
Yeah, running your own business. You have to work. So
I'm running something in the village.
I don't throw instructions at someone. I sit and I listen. And this is what my coaching is, which I really love. But I sit and I listen. So you tell me about your life. You tell me about what's going on, what your days look like, what your food looks like. Then we say within that space, because I'm not trying to tell you to try enter a new box. You'll be like, hey, imagine, thanks, but no, I'm okay. So we say, okay, your stress levels are high. You're not sleeping well. What is it that you enjoy? Can you listen to music that you enjoy on your way home in the car? So that traffic is not irritating you that much, but you have this vibe in your car that's helpful to you. So it's okay. If a matatu cuts you, you're like,
it's okay.
By the time you reach home, then you can deal with the kids, because when you open the door, Mom, and you can deal with that. Then we're like, listen, when you're home, what can we do about that? Not handle the kids. Do they need to go to bed? Is it homework? Is it this? You forgot to buy this. Your nanny is looking at you for hukuleta mazi.
Gas, by the way,
gas maisha. So deal with that, and we just know you have to deal with that in that space. When the kids have gone to bed, now can we practice some self-care for you? Is it possible for you to not do your emails? Can you do them tomorrow? No, I need to do my emails. Okay. Can we, because work is always there, can you do your emails? Stop after 15 or 20 minutes. And then what can you do for yourself? Do you like to read? Can you read a book? Oh, I love to read. Maybe I should read. No, I don't really want to read. Okay. Can you? And then we go through the options of what do you enjoy? What can you do? Would you listen to a podcast? And so we work. We just spend time working with each other. Go try this. Go try that.
360 wellness.
Exactly. And then people are able to plug and find ways. So I get feedback from people I realize that I do enjoy listening to the podcast in my car. And by the time I reach home, I've actually relaxed a bit, Or I do like to read a book before bed, or I do like to listen to this thing. So we find ways. There is ways. And that is stress management. So it's not me telling you, imagine, go relax.
No.
That's even unfair.
No, that won't work.
It's very unfair.
I have a question. I have a question from George. And George's question is, what are the natural ways to boost fertility?
Okay. Well, this is George. So we're talking now to the dad to be George.
Because, when you think about nutrition, we always think about the woman, the mom to be.
We are putting the
burden
on her.
But how about the dad?
We're putting the burden on her, and we do need the dads to be healthy. Guys, your sperms are the ones which need to make it to the destination. They need to be healthy. So we have sperm which is not healthy enough, so doesn't swim well, doesn't get there, or low sperm quantity, so even now you reduce your chances. So what can you do to improve your whole situation? Again, we're going back to what we've told mom. So clean up your diet, okay? And it's important. We need you to have healthy sperm. So clean up your diet, cut down on your sugar, cut down on your alcohol. So all those beers are negatively impacting on the quality.
Or is there a particular drink that doesn't affect the quality of...
Water, yeah. Drink as much water as you can drink.
I am not sure if you're preaching to anyone.
I know, everyone is like, everyone's like, what is she saying? But cleaning up the diet, cutting out, and every step you take has a positive impact. So again, I'm not saying you have to be 100% perfect by tomorrow, right? So if today you're like, okay, Saturday is coming up, instead of having my usual 5 beers, then let me stop at 3.
Yes.
Then that's a positive step. Okay. And then just keep working towards it. But yeah, work with your wife, please. Like, it's the two of you.
So this requires teamwork?
It requires teamwork, absolutely.
Another question for you, Faith.
Yeah.
Can cinnamon mixed with honey help me get pregnant?
So listen, guys, there's no one magic formula. There's no, it's like, will the lemon stop you? No, it won't stop you. Will the cinnamon with honey make you? No, it won't make you. But cinnamon is good. It has positive effects in your body, so you can use it to spice up your drinks.
Right.
It'll help you hydrate more if that's what helps you. Anything positive you put in your body will help you. There's no one magic. No, so it will not make you get pregnant. No. Yeah, don't cinnamon be like, I drank cinnamon with honey and then this month I'm not pregnant. I'm going to go look for Faith and tell her. Yeah, no, it won't,
I hear you loud and clear. As you're winding up, a summary of the do's and don'ts when we are trying to get pregnant. For the men and for the women as well.
All right, so for everybody, do eat natural, whole foods as much as possible. Do make sure you're including a lot of vegetables. There's no limit on vegetables. Do include fruit. Do try to keep your food sources clean, so know where you're buying your chicken, your fish, your meat, your eggs.
Right.
Your kienyeji farmers or your auntie in shags, you want to use that food that's as clean as possible.
Okay.
And do exercise. Continue if you've been doing it. Start if you have not. And even a 20-30 minute walk every day is an amazing start.
Wonderful.
Don't overindulge in alcohol. Don't overdo it on the caffeine. Caffeine on its own is not a bad thing. Don't overdo it. Don't overindulge in sugar or sugary products. And then do keep in mind the sort of vitamins and minerals that you want to start focusing on as time approaches closer to, when you're thinking of trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any mom or dad who wants to connect with you, how can they do that?
So I'm founder of Wellness in Full. So my email is wellnessinfull@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as Wellness in Full. Yeah.
Are you a parent?
I'm a parent of 2 girls.
Indeed, you're today's parent.
Today's parent?
When you mentioned Instagram.
I'm trying to be today's parent. Yeah, I had to learn how to be on Instagram.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
for coming to share.
Thank you.
We have definitely learned from you.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you, Faith.
Yeah.
And on that note, now you know what to eat and what not to eat if you're trying to get pregnant. I know you've learned something. Feel free to reach out to Faith if you're looking for more information. And if you want Faith to come back and you have something you want us to talk about next time, just send us the topic suggestions on 22999. That is your magic number. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Christine Kasina. This has been today's parent, and I want to thank Little Cribs for hosting us. This is where you come to when you're looking for fun, exciting, durable, and affordable kids furniture. For parenting resources, go to www.supermamas.co.ke. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.